has a master's in like business, finance, management, whatever. He has a master's degree, right? He started working at this place. What do we call it? Meridian. We called it. See, this is why I write things down. He started working at Meridian, which is a startup. I totally made this name up. All these names have been changed for privacy purposes. say?